Hello, it is Monday, May 15th, 2023. I'm Chris Remo, and welcome back to the New York Times Crossword Daily Solve. It's a Monday puzzle, so it should be a relatively straightforward solve today. A nice, gentle, themed puzzle to ease us in to the solving week. And this easing edition of the Daily Solve has been brought to us by Jake Rodkin, Overfull Hitbox, Quotidiophile, and, as always, the invaluable Timothy Mark, and the indomitable Schulmaster. So thank you so much to the 5 of them, benefactors of the Daily Solve Patreon campaign, for their generous support. They do keep this channel going with their contributions, so thank you so much to the 5 of them. Thank you to everybody as well who is a patron at any level. I really do appreciate it. And if you'd like to help sustain this channel yourself, you can head over to patreon.com/dailysolve or click the link in the description field underneath the video, and there you can become a patron and get all of the bonus videos that have gone up on the channel to date, as well as the new ones that go up each week. And of course, as a benefactor like those 5, you can also get the Daily Solve Let's Check the Crosses mug. So thank you so much to you if you are a patron, and or thank you if you're considering becoming one. And you can also join the Daily Solve Discord chat server. There's a link in the description field to that, and it's a nice friendly chat community. And finally, you can also, and should, subscribe to the YouTube channel to help the YouTube recommendation system propagate this channel so other people can watch these strange videos as well. Thank you if you've done that. All right, let's get on to today's crossword, our nice, hopefully gentle Monday solve. This is a crossword by Thomas Spears. It is his 3rd crossword for the New York Times, and it was edited, as always, by Will Shortz. There will be some sort of theme, and let's find out what it is. Let's start solving. Bovine animals that are raced in Tibet. Are they yaks? Yes, like questions, well, yes, no. Like questions in 20 questions are yes-no questions. Yeah, so I think those both look fine. Online community moderator for short is admin, an administrator of an online forum or something like that. A scoundrel, a knave, you scoundrel, you knave, you might cry indignantly. Book for recording purchases. A sales log, maybe? These look like plausible beginnings. What about this? Edna. Yes, named hiding in named names is in there. Edna is spelled out inside the phrase named names. Earth or Tatooine? Okay, so Earth is obviously our planet. Tatooine is a planet from Star Wars. A small world, right, okay. So this is sort of a rebus, not in the New York Times crossword sense, but in the traditional sense, which is sort of, we're using visual sort of, it's a visual pun in a way, I suppose, a visual pun involving these words. Okay, so we'll have to see what else is in here. Will they all be small? Will they be, oh yes, actually they will. We can see small NBA or WNBA. Little League, those are NBA or WNBA are sports leagues, and Little League is a phrase used to refer to children's sports in some fashion, some kind of league. I don't know, is Little League actually a league, or they just call it that? I don't know. Anyway, here we have Heineken. I'm just going to do these maybe. Heineken or Pabst small beer. Oh, okay, no, that doesn't work. Small beer is an actual phrase, and these are beers, but that doesn't fit. And also, we've already used small, so we probably won't. Microbrew? No. These feel like legitimate options, but they're not the correct ones. I don't know. We'll come back to it. Anyway, sorry if you see it and you're yelling at me through the screen. German skincare brand. Oh, is it Nivea? I don't know if that's how you pronounce it, but I've certainly seen it around. Per se and quid pro quo language. Those are drawn from Latin. And tool with teeth. A saw has teeth. They used to saw through things. Right on time. On the dot. Right on time. Taj Mahal locale is Agra. And what about these? Astronaut's realm is space. outer space, or I suppose could be low orbit or something as well. Right on time. I don't know. Most abundant noble gas in the Earth's atmosphere, argon, probably. Conclusion is the end of a story, for instance. Second thoughts metaphorically. I don't know. And right on time. It's not Proust. What is it? Right on time. Just trying to think of words that would fit here. Prompt. There we go. I don't know why that took me so long. You're right on time. You're prompt. If you're angry, you could be mad. Second thoughts metaphorically are cold feet. I see. I'm having second thoughts. I'm having cold feet. I'm doubting my original intention. This looks like one step. Yes. Simple ballroom dance, a one-step dance, I suppose, would be simpler. And UFO pilots are ETs, extraterrestrials. Space aliens, aliens from space. Fiery felonies are arsons. And I'm standing right here. You might clear your throat conspicuously to indicate I'm standing right here. And the brackets generally indicate something nonverbal, so a sound or maybe even a gesture, most often a sound that you'd make that isn't actual language. It isn't verbal. So here we go. Hem is just meant to represent the clearing of one's throat. Hong Kong is, of course, the city and sort of special economic zone, and then flatbread made with atta flour, roti, an Indian cuisine, and second letter after epsilon is eta, I suppose. Crackers, chips, and other between meal bites. Snack something. Oh, and here, right here, this is micro something. Oh, microbrewery. I was on the right track with microbrew, but I should have been thinking of Heineken or Pabst as sort of larger entities, not a Heineken beer or a Pabst beer. There we go. All right. And there we have it, microbrewery. So improvised musically. Riffed, maybe? You riffed on a theme or something, you improvised on it. Sort of informally, could be kinda, a little bit. And Japanese tech giant Sony is certainly that. Questionable, something's questionable, it's iffy, a little unsure. So snack fare, maybe, the crackers, chips, and other between meal bites, they're snack fare. Place for an urban garden, maybe. A roof garden that exists sometimes. Oh, this isn't snack fare, it's snack food. Sorry, I don't know why I thought of fare before food. Anyway, so an urban garden could be on a roof. You do see that increasingly, commonly. And a minuscule amount is an iota, not one minuscule amount is how it's most often used. Great Plains tribes, the Oto, it's Great Plains tribe of North America. And When Harry Met Sally is a romantic comedy, a rom-com film. Here we have the road safety group MAD, Mothers Against Drunk Driving. And this will presumably be another theme clue. Yes, ballerina or rocket, tiny dancer. There we go. Referencing the Elton John song of the same name. It's very good. Ballerina being obviously a ballet dancer, and a rocket being one of the dancers associated with Radio City Music Hall in New York City. Okay, male cat, a tomcat. Playful semi-aquatic animal, otter. They are very playful. You see videos of otters being very playful. Like some breakups and dorm rooms. Messy. You could have a messy breakup or a messy university dorm room. And to hang something on a clothesline, perhaps, is to dry it. Picnic nuisances are ants. But of course, why yes, you might declare. Say no more. And an organism that lives off another could be a parasite. CAT scan, an MRI alternative. And Sierra Leone is an African country. Bonsai tree holder, you could grow a bonsai tree in a pot. One of those little bonsai trees. Some snake-like fish are eels. Of course, the most snake-like possible fish you could imagine. And all aboard, a train conductor might say. Exhibitions could be fairs, maybe, as in Yeah, does that work? I think so. Desserts that may be served a la mode pies. So a la mode is one of those phrases with several kind of meanings depending on where you are in the world. And in the U.S., it refers to something being served with ice cream. A school founded by Benjamin Franklin, I think Penn, Pennsylvania University, I believe. And school here being abbreviated to SCH indicates the answer will also be contracted or abbreviated in some way, as it is here, Penn for Pennsylvania. Picture snapper, I guess more accurately, Penn for Pennsylvania University. Anyway, a picture snapper, oh, I don't know. Picture snapper. And movie studio behind The Hunger Games. It must be Lionsgate, which is certainly a prolific film studio and fits in the crosses. Sandwich often stuck with a toothpick. A club sandwich often is held together with a toothpick because it's very tall, often has 3 slices of bread, 1 extra slice in the middle. A camera is a picture snapper, right? Okay, I was thinking so I was trying to think of a word for a photographer, somebody who wields a camera, but no, not in this case. An assistant is an aide, and a frame of mind could be your mood, maybe. Thick Japanese noodles and udon. This is becoming more common, isn't it, in the crossword? Udon, we get that a lot. And a mattress's place is, of course, on your bed. An app customer is a user of that app, and majestic trees, elm trees, I suppose, are fairly majestic. What about this? Communication system in the deaf community, ASL. This is American Sign Language. And the inedible part of most fruit is its stem. California basketball team originally located in Minnesota. Right, okay. I'm not sure offhand. Urban photography subjects. Oh, the Lakers, maybe? That would make sense. Lakers would make more sense in Minnesota than it would in Los Angeles as a name, referring to lakes geographically. So maybe that's it. I bet it is. Urban photography subjects. Skylines. There we go. Skyline is obviously a distinctive facet of an urban landscape. Meadow could be a lee. And to get a move on slangily is to haul ass. That has come up a few times in the New York Times crossword recently. And the A of the ABC Islands is Aruba. Big muscle for Popeye after he eats spinach. Bicep. I think this has become perfectly accepted language, which I think makes sense. But I think sort of most strictly or traditionally, biceps would still be the singular. I think a bicep is a recent creation that makes sense given the way that English typically works. But it would be biceps anatomically, I think. Anyway, Ghana's capital is Accra, and to welcome someone at the door is to see them in, and an all-out shopping trip is a spree. So here we have the E of homes. Homes actually referring to the Great Lakes. What is it? Huron, Ontario, Michigan, Erie, and Superior. Okay, there we go. The E of which is Erie. And if you're rational, you could be said to be sane, and that completes the puzzle. It does. All right, we had a nice, simple theme today. This is a very kind of classic visual pun. Nothing like yesterday's puzzle where the whole grid was involved in a complex sort of interlocking way. It's just nice little self-contained puns. We didn't even need a revealer clue to explain what was going on. We could just figure it out. We had our small world, our little league, our micro brewery, and finally, our tiny dancer. Oh, and of course, a thing I didn't point out that I usually do point out about such clues is that each of these is an or clue. So even though we're listing two such examples of the pun, we're only referring to any one of them when it comes to the answer itself, because we're saying Earth or Tatooine is a small world, whereas Earth and Tatooine are small worlds. plural. But in this case, just or, so one each. And there we have it. A very nice, I think, suitably gentle Monday crossword from Tomas Spears. I enjoyed that. Let me know if you did as well, or how you found it, and how you enjoyed or didn't the theme. But nothing to particularly dislike there. I think it was just a nice, clever little punny theme. And so, with that, I can go over just a few clues from yesterday's puzzle. And in fact, one of the first one I'm going to read is from the constructor of yesterday's puzzle. I won't read the whole thing, but this is from Sid Sivakumar, who constructed yesterday's crossword, and he graciously replied to thank me for solving the puzzle and say, I appreciate you noticed many of the architectural details that made this fairly tedious to construct, like the symmetrical theme answers and having the left lane start the merged word in each case. The latter wasn't quite as difficult to pull off, since due to the mirror symmetry, I could simply switch the positions of symmetrical theme groupings to force the left lane to start off the merged word below. The toughest bit was actually to get answers that would intersect zipper and merges in the correct locations. That was a bear. My favorite clue that was cut right before publication, presumably due to space constraints in the print version of the puzzle, was Disney character who lives literally and figuratively in an A blank 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 NE. I'll let you figure out which is the corresponding answer. I'll try to use that clue in a different puzzle in the future. I don't know what that is referring to, but figured I'd read it in case someone viewing would somehow instantly think of the answer. Anyway, he goes on a bit more. You can go read the full comment if you'd like on yesterday's puzzle. I thought that was very nice and interesting of him to reply. All right, let's see. Brian Spurrier says there are more complicated mathematical definitions, but basically an ideal gas, referred to in the ideal gas law in yesterday's puzzle, is one where the individual particles don't interact with each other. All right, thank you for that succinct explanation. Spikel Thing points out, a fun fact, baby puffins are called pufflings. That is a very good fact. And I have a nice corresponding one that I enjoy, which is that a young salmon is a samlet. It's a good one as well. Finally, Daily Buzzard asks, can we say I.M. Pei is the official architect of the New York Times crossword? I think so, yes. I think we can declare I.M. Pei is the official architect of the New York Times crossword. Thank you for bringing that unambiguous fact to my attention, Daily Buzzard. All right, there we have it. That was today's crossword, today's video. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll be back tomorrow with the Tuesday crossword. Should be another relatively approachable themed puzzle, so join me for that. But until then, please do have an excellent remainder of your Monday. Take care.